Now, what if what you're struggling with right now, the pain you pray about, the problem you wish would disappear, what if that is your biggest asset? Your problem is not a punishment, it is a preparation. Something is about to bring forth out of you, and you need to understand the processes. You need to understand the thing that is happening right now. And that is why I'm telling you today that your problem is what? Your preparation. There are three things that's going to happen to you when you pass through the process and when you allow these things to happen to you. Now, is number one is that you're going to gain experience. Now, you're going to gain real life experience. This is something you're not taught. This will stay with you for a very long time. It is called real life experience. Now, number two is that you're going to gain insight. Okay, you're going to get strategically input of how to make things work. Okay, why is this thing not working? Okay, this is the way I found out that it's going to be working from now on. All right. And number three is that you're going to be given an authority over that problem. So what did I say? Number one is experience. Number two is insight. Number three, you becoming an authority. And I always tell people, you don't need a PhD. You don't need a degree to be valuable in this life. You don't need to have the whole degree to be called somebody. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of people that have degrees that is still in their cupboard. All right. So what do I always tell people? Pass through the process, gain experience, gain insight, and then you become an authority. All right. Now, when you become an authority, do you know what it does to you? It gives you the key, the ability to bring other people out of the same problem. What do I mean by this? When you pass through anxiety, for instance, through depression, for instance, to fear, all right, insecurity, low self-esteem, and you were able to pass through it and become better and become a better you. Now you have been given the keys to be able to bring other people out of it, because there are many people passing through the same thing you're passing through. There are many people passing through insecurity. There are many people being broke, don't have enough finances for their life. There are many people that's passing through fear of the unknown. All right, there are many people that's passing through loneliness. There are many people that is passing through a lot of things. But the truth of the matter is this, is that when you pass through it and you come out of it, you are now being given the keys to help people out of it. Now, the second thing is, if you're struggling with finance, for instance, all right, you're broke, you don't know what to do, there's lack of money, and you're able to strategically create a system that build an income and an empire. Now, you have the authority to bring somebody else out of it. Now, when you see someone that is broke and you see someone that doesn't have enough finance, you have the intelligence, you have the information, you have the strategical know how to bring somebody else out of the same situation. Why? Because you too have passed through it, and there is something that you did right that make it work for you. So the question is, what did you do that made it work for you? And how can you impart what you know into others and help uplift others? That is the truth. Because that process that you pass through, being disheartened, heartbroken, you're being betrayed, you pass through a lot of situations, and then you were able to triumphantly come out of it. You become an authority in that place. When you speak, people listen. Not just because you are you, because they are seeing a version of somebody that has been refined. They're seeing a version of person that understood. Now I'm going to be giving you 4 ways that you can actually turn your problem into profit. And this is very profound, and I need you to listen to this very well. 4 ways you can actually turn your problem into what? Into profit. Number one is content creation. Now, I know you must have heard this a lot. A lot of people saying content creation left, right, and center. Is doing it doesn't mean that your voice should not be heard. As a matter of fact, that is an information that only you hold that can change a lot of people's life. And you know, one good thing about it is that there's a lot of people passing through the same thing that you pass through. And they are looking and they are hoping that one day they are going to come across a post or a creation or a video or a blog that's going to be telling them about what they passed through. They are looking at it, okay, how do I get these answers? How do I get these answers? And now, do you know one good thing about content creation is that it is not bound by your geographical location alone. You can talk to the world. Now, a mass number of people by what you know and by what you have experienced and how God has taken you out of it. So when you create content on that same situation that you pass through, and it begins to solve other people's problem, you begin to make money out of it. So now or later, All right. So now what you pass through will now become a passive income that will continue to pay you for the rest of your life. Why? Because when people listen to you or they watch your video, they get value. They get value. And as they get value, they bless you in turn. Now, you may have an invitation to come and speak at a particular place. People may see you and say, okay, this is the kind of person I need. A brand can actually call you, or your content be monetized, and then you're making money. Number two is that you can turn your problem into an ebook, all right, a PDF guide that can guide people. Okay, how I pass through this, how to make money online, how to become slim, how I was, how I was once like this, and then I was able to become like this. Do you understand? People want to know your story. People want to learn because there are thousands and millions and billions of people that are passing through the same thing. And all they need is to find someone very honest enough that will tell them the real deal, that will show them how. Now, we have a lot of information out there. Okay, you can become this, you can become that, but nobody is strategically telling you how you can make it work. So if you are telling them the real deal and you're going deeper by telling them this is what you face, these are the problems, these are the things that broke you down, and this is how you overcome it, a lot of people are going to pay because do you know why? Your message, your story is transforming somebody else's life. Your story is becoming somebody else's message. In short, as a matter of fact, every great man that you see out there, every great empire that you see out there, any great preacher or any great businessman that you see out there, everybody had a story. Everybody have a story. And you see, when you listen to their story of how they started, you know that even you can actually do the same thing. Do you know why? Because it will quicken something inside of you. Now, if this person can pass through all of this and then become this kind of person in now that I see, I can become this kind of person, then it means I can actually do the same. Now, you may not be able to get the same result like the person, but you are not where you used to be. Hello? You may not be able to get the same result like that person, but you're not where you used to be. And chances are that you can even be much better than the person. Why? Because somebody spoke to you, you listened to a message, you heard something that transformed you and make you want to be better, that pushed you, that make you want to be better, that wake you up and said, no, I can't remain in this situation, I deserve better than this. All right, so you can turn your problem into an ebook that keeps selling, and it's also a passive income. You, in short, as a matter of fact, you keep, there are many ebook now that pays. A lot of people are making millions, they're making thousands every day. Some are weekly, some are daily, some are monthly. So who tells you, who says that you can't do the same? Now, number three is that you can create a community. Just like you're listening to this video right now is bringing value to you, you can join the community. Now you too can do the same, create a community, and you have a lot of people that want to go, that want to learn from you that same skill that you learned, that same thing that you went through, and they want to understand more. Now you create a family and you give them tips on a daily and you answer their question. You can even do a Zoom meeting, you can turn it to a course. All right. So that's the also way that you can actually do what? Make money from your problem. Turn your problem into a community and create a course around it. Yours may be okay. I know how to cook, or I know how to do this. What is that thing you know how to do that you can make money from? So we'll tell you, come on, before I could learn this skill, this is what I passed through. Before I could even get the money to enroll for the skill, this is what I passed through. Now, somebody else that does not have nothing knows that this person too did not have nothing at a particular point in time, but this is what he did with determination and focus and was able to get this. He too will be encouraged to do the same. Now, number four is that you can turn your problem into a workbook that has questions and answer. A workbook, a written workbook, and people will pay tons of money, thousands of money, millions of money for it. And now you see that thing that you once complaining about, that thing that you are struggling, that you wish to disappear, and then God allow you to pass through it, now has now become a revenue, a generation, a money that is now blessing you and your family. It may be something in the side, but the problem is this: you have turned your problem from being a problem to now a solution. I was once listening to a video and I saw a post of how a keke man was able to build $1 billion empire. The guy is driving keke. How he was able to build $1 billion empire. And I was like, wow. Now, how many keke people do we have out there? What makes him different? That is the question. Now, in this workbook, you begin to see questions and questions and questions that can help your audience to become better. And hear me well. The more they become better and the more they become good at what you teach them, what you taught them, they are also going to be blessing your life. How do they buy your life? By buying your course, by buying your workbook, by buying your ebook, by watching your videos. It can be a YouTube channel that you created that will be paying you every single month. Now, if everyone can do it, who say you can't do it? If everybody's making money out of it, who says you cannot make money out of it? That problem has become what? A profit. And then you are also helping people. That's the most important. All right, because there are people passing through the same thing like you did. Now, if this has blessed you, you can actually subscribe to this channel, like, share, and follow for more. And God Almighty will continue to bless you. If you have somebody that you feel should listen to this message, don't be selfish. Send them the video because it may be a turning point for them. It may be a great turning point for them, I tell you. And they cannot be much more grateful to you than now. So do them a good thing by sharing this video to them. Let them also listen. And I know God Almighty will bless you indeed. And they will never forget. They will never forget this labor of love that you have shown them. All right. You are also helping somebody. All right. God bless you.